Amy, are there any messages for me?
About 1 million.
Oh, 1 million.
5 or 6.
Thank you. What's this from Amanda Barrington? She says she can't make it for lunch, but you will explain. Is there something to explain?
I'll try to explain. Let me see if I remember this. There's an emergency meeting of the United Board of Charities. Somehow they're under their goal, and she thinks it has to do with the new tax laws. Then she did 5 minutes on the IRS. Do you care about that?
Oh, no, spare me that.
Okay, anyways, they can't contribute to the Tanya Jones Daycare Center. Why, she told me, I have no idea. That's why she can't make it to lunch. You could always go to the cafeteria.
Thank you very much, Amy. But I had another invitation to lunch that I turned down, so I think I'll just turn it back up again. Thank you.
Fine. Where are you going to be?
I am scheduled for surgery most of the morning.
Okay.
Hi, Monica.
Hello, Tom.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Hey, Dad.
Oh, hi, son. Your mother and I were talking about you a little while ago. Actually, about your wedding.
Well, it's funny. I was just on my way to talk to you about the same thing.
Well, you want to go to my office? I have a minute.
No. This is fine. It won't take that long. I should have done this a few days ago, but I've been very distracted with my work. The little Robin Scorpio.
Tragic situation. How is she today?
Well, I'd say if there's any change, she's more withdrawn than ever.
Do you think she's going to come out of it?
I think she will. Once they find her mother, yes. But anyway, back to the wedding. Look, I've been going over all my friends in my mind, trying to figure out which would be my best man.
Well, that's a hell of a choice to make, but you have plenty of good friends all over town ever since grade school.
I know I do, but I have finally narrowed it down to the one man that I love and admire most, and that's you. Dad, would you be my best man?
I'd be honored.
Thank you.
I certainly will do it.
Thank you very much.
No matter what. Well, I'm running late. Excuse me.
Okay, we'll talk about this later. No matter what.
How's it going?
Oh, I found the culprit. This little gadget here. Look at this, it's so cheap, it's all twisted like a straw. No wonder you couldn't move these in any direction. I'm not surprised.
Oh, great. Do you have a new one?
No, that's Murphy's fourth law, I'm afraid. The one spare piece I brought is the one spare piece I do not need.
And vice versa.
Yeah. Never mind, I have a couple of pairs of pliers here. I can probably twist it back into shape. I'll try.
You're a very brave man. You know it?
Why? Because I climbed up to the top of the ladder.
No, you know what I mean. You must have this incredible fear for Anna and Robin eating away at you, and yet here you are, holding up, going about business.
Well, hardly be expected to crawl into a hole and lie there.
No, I guess not. Still, I wish there was something I could do to help.
You're very kind. You know, everybody feels like that, but everybody loves Anna very much. The only thing everybody can do is find her, and not even the police can do that, I'm afraid. Oh, damn it. I'm not terribly good at these things, I'm afraid. Look at this, I've broken it. I'll have to go buy a new one. You won't mind if I come in here when you're gone, do you?
Oh, no, not at all. I'm expecting a few calls. I should be here for a while.
Okay. I'll see you later.
What do you mean she doesn't answer the page? She's supposed to be in surgery. No, it's all right. Never mind. Father, have you seen Monica? She was supposed to be tied up all day.
Why, is something wrong?
No, not wrong. I've got to talk to her about certain expenses that we have. I'm having lunch with the tax accountant. I've got to find out whether they're deductible or not.
Uh-oh, that comes under the heading of urgent business. You better find her fast.
Yeah, I'm trying. Oh, listen, are you still having lunch with the budget committee?
Yeah, I am. If Dan ever gets off the phone, the damn thing never stops ringing.
Amy.
Yeah.
Have you seen Monica?
Yeah.
Let me rephrase the question. Amy, do you know where Monica is?
She had surgery, then she went home for lunch. You know, it's right there in the sign-out sheet.
Home for lunch. You heard her this morning. She's supposed to be the busiest woman at Port Charles.
Yeah, until she found out that Scotty Baldwin was coming to visit.
You don't suppose she's cooking up some kind of deal with him, do you?
Well, she's gone behind our backs before. Why should she hesitate now?
You're right.
What are you doing, calling home?
No, I'm calling my tax accountant. This is Alan Quartermain. No. I don't need to speak to Mrs. Shapiro. Just tell him that I am canceling our lunch appointment, and I will get back to him later, okay? Thanks an awful lot. Bye.
I'm sorry. Something has come up which I have to attend to right away.
I've got a reservation at the Port Charles Hotel.
Enjoy your lunch. Alan, will you hold up?
I'm sorry if I kept you waiting. It's been one thing after another all morning.
Hey, it's okay. I had lots of paperwork.
Nice little office you have here.
Yeah, it's nice and little.
I used to have this office, you know, when I was chief resident. I spent a lot of intense hours in here.
Really? I didn't know that, Steve.
Tony, in my job, I talk to a lot of doctors, and just lately in New York, I consulted with some of the top men in your field in New York, and they are sharp.
Oh, I read them in the medical journals all the time.
Hey, don't be too modest. I read your article in the Journal of Neuropathology last fall, and it was brilliant. I happened to be out of the country at the time, so I didn't get a chance to congratulate you on it.
Well, better late than never. Thanks.
Tony, you have superb credentials. But your record in surgery and recovery is absolutely outstanding. I didn't meet a single doctor in New York in whom I would have more faith.
Well, I'm speechless. Thank you.
Besides which, I know you. I think we have a strong professional and personal bond, a rapport, which is another way of saying I trust you.
See, this is all wonderful. I just hope that I can justify...
Hey, I didn't mean to make a speech, Tony. It's just that I wanted to let you know why I decided to ask you to be my surgeon.
Surgeon.
Yes. I realize you've never had the opportunity to examine my medical records, but from the feedback I've gotten from other doctors, if I'm to have surgery, it has to be now or never. These damaged spinal discs have to be repaired, and soon. Well, it involves risk. I don't want to have to spend the rest of my life in this wheelchair, and I'm not inclined to.
You know, I'm honored. Really, Steve, I am honored. I suppose you know, you probably know better than I do, that this procedure's risky.
Whatever the risk might be, how dangerous it might be, I'm willing to take the chance that it might help me to walk.
I'm going to do my best to make that happen. Are you free for whatever test or x-rays I need to do?
I'm here every day. The sooner the better.
Great. I'll schedule them as fast as I can.
Good. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Let me go.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Hi, is Lucy there? It's Tony. Where is she? Shopping. Oh, no, it's not urgent. You know, actually, it is urgent. If she comes in or she calls, will you have her call me? Okay, thanks.
This is our first real date.
What? What do you mean?
Well, you know what I mean. I mean, we had to come down here and talk about what went down the other night.
Well, yes, I agree, but first date, really.
Really is the word. Look, Simone, if we could have a failure to communicate, that you could even consider blowing the whole idea of marriage over where our first apartment is going to be, then we really don't know each other that well.
No, I never said that it would never happen. I was just a little upset, that's all.
So was I.
So, What are we going to do about it?
What are we going to do about it? Well, talking is probably the best
Look at
thing.
the menu.
We could look at
Are you kids ready to order, or is this just a break from your helper?
Well, actually, I have my trusty beeper right here, but I am very hungry.
That's
yes.
right.
How about you?
Oh, I'm starving.
All right.
Good. The lady will have a light pâté de foie gras with the salmon mousse, with watercress greens and olive vinaigrettes. And I will have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the white.
Very good, sir. What kind of jelly?
Grape, of course. Vintage 1983, if you have it.
Okay, now, for real.
Seafood salad, please.
Two.
You got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. I didn't mean to
Tiffany.
barge in on you like this, but I didn't have your number yet.
Well, I gave it to your secretary.
You did? Well, she didn't tell me.
Maybe you didn't ask her.
Well, I want to talk to you in person anyway.
About?
About Sean, of course. I just wanted to make sure that you meant what you said the other day about keeping your hands off him.
I said it, didn't I?
Well, that's what I told myself. But then I thought, Tiffany, you got to believe somebody sometime. So maybe I should trust you, right?
Well, I'm glad somebody finally said that to you.
Well, good. Let's try to be sisters. And let's trust each other. You trust me, I trust you, okay?
I'd love to.
Good. Okay.
And I really meant what I said about calling a truce over this silly Sean business.
Well, sweetheart, it wasn't that silly to me.
You know what I mean.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Well, no wonder you're so prettied up. You're having lunch with somebody. This is great.
Well, look, it's really not...
Oh, you don't have to explain. You said there were a zillion other men in this town, and believe me, there are. I think it's wonderful.
Well,
It's
Tiffany, you don't understand. It's not...
Well, this ought to just about... All right, Tiffany, I didn't expect to see you here.
Well, yeah, I can believe that. Don't leave rain on your parade. Enjoy your lunch, okay?
Tiffany...
Yeah. Goodbye. What's the matter with her?
Oh, Tiffany is a very excitable woman. It's nothing, believe me.
Yeah, I gotta get back to the blinds. Fix it.
Did Tony say when he would be back?
I'm sorry. He didn't. He went out to schedule some tests, but after that, he just went out somewhere.
I knew it. I shouldn't have gone shopping because he probably wanted to have lunch with me. He did meet with Dr. Hardy, didn't he?
Oh, yes.
Well, did he say anything about that after he saw him? Or you did see him, right?
He didn't say a thing. Just rushed off to X-ray.
Oh,